Hi, I'm Lauren Gray Hawkins and welcome to Behind the Scenes. Have you ever wondered how our schools control the temperature in their buildings? Join us as we take an inside look at the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning units that heat and cool our schools, and the dedicated team of HVAC experts that maintain this equipment so that our schools are ready for students to learn.
I think he goes into each classroom and tests it to see what the temperature is, and try to make every single classroom the same temperature.
HVAC Mechanic and AACPS, they install, service, and maintain all heating and air conditioning units. They maintain any hot water coils and things of that nature. Temperature,
if your room is cold, he's going to come in and make sure we're getting water to the units or whatever. It might be electric heat, or he's going to make sure that's running so you have heat, so you feel comfortable in your space while you're learning.
They have heaters in a house, and the house is a lot smaller than this entire school. And just like 1 or 2 heaters controls an entire house. But for a school, they would probably need about 10 or 12 or 11.
We have 3 boilers, we have 3 chillers, we have 1 cooling tower, we have a fan coil unit in each classroom, if not 2. The bigger rooms have 2. The hallways have fan coil units. We have 21 ERUs, and we have 10 blower coils, and we have cabinet heaters at every door. And each of those have motors and belts and take filters. It's a lot of equipment in this building. It is a lot.
Here, we have set temperatures in each season. They are being maintained by energy management. It's an ever-changing process to how these units are made, what makes them more efficient, how they run, what makes them more quiet in the classrooms and things of that nature. So I enjoy that aspect of it.
I think there's either a back room or kind of like a basement and they go down there and they test the temperature down there, and they try to make it the temperature in the classrooms as the temperature it is down there.
With HVAC mechanics in general, they have to get in some crazy spaces. I have some access panels that are 12 by 12. And you can't fit your head and your arm in a 12 by 12 access panel. You have to look and see what you're doing or what you need to do, then reach up and try to get into it. It's not just going in and changing the motor. Sometimes you have to figure out how to get to it.
We do work in crawl spaces. We're up on ladders a lot. We're inside of ceilings, on roofs. No matter the temperature outside, we have to control the temperature inside. So we do a lot of high and low things. We're underground, we're on the roof, we're in penthouses. We're pretty much everywhere. When I get to a school, I'll go and I'll check in with the office. I will report to the chief custodian or facility engineer, and then I'll follow them to wherever the problem area is that they're having, and they'll basically walk me through what they did to find the issue, what's being talked about, and then I'll go from there and I'll continue my diagnosis and I'll fix the unit. There's a lot of facets that are involved with these units. You have communications, you have low voltage, high voltage, you have hot water coils, you have refrigerant coils, you have motors for the supply air, motors for the return air, motors for the exhaust air. So all of these play a big part into what could be a problem in one area of the unit. It could be being caused by a problem in another area of the unit. So it takes a little while to sit down and run through a list of everything you do to diagnose what's wrong with the unit. We temper the air the best we can, to make sure that everyone's comfortable when they come to either their job or their place of knowledge. Their learning centers. They're there for most of the day anyway. So when you spend a lot of your time at a certain place, you want to make sure that that area is comfortable.
They have a very important job because if there wasn't that job, then once again kids would be complaining, moaning. It would be really hard to do tons of things.
That's a lot of systems working together to make sure they're comfortable, and sometimes you gotta figure out what's going on. A lot of people don't realize that part of it. They think something's broke, come fix it so we can have air or heat, and it's not that cut and dry sometimes.
We're here, we're gonna be here, it's because everything has a purpose, every unit needs to be on at a certain time, in order to be comfortable, you have to have somebody maintain that comfort for you. We're there when other people aren't in the schools. We're here doing work to make sure that you guys are happy and comfortable when you guys come in.
I'd say thank you because it's a hard job to go through and check all the check the weather in the school, and you have to walk through classrooms. So I feel like saying thank you to them for it.